Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back and welcome to another episode of Witness with Waheed. I have with me again somebody whom, as I said in the first episode this season, somebody who needs no introduction to you. And that is my brother, honorable scholar, I will call you that, sir, Dr. Zakir Naik, somebody who's been educated in this country via Peace TV for a very, very long time. I have a question for you, a very focused question to start this program with. We have only 20 minutes. Let's see what we can get into this. How much is personal appearance important in Islam? And my first question would be, is there an appearance code in Islam which is common to both men and women? An appearance code.
Rabbi Shari Sadri, Wasilli Amri, Wahlul Uqdatum min lisani yafqahu qawli. As far as his appearance important in Islam is the first part of the question. Yes, it is mainly the act submitting your will to Allah. Muslim means a person who submits his will to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The act is more important, but that does not mean that appearance is totally to be neglected. If we follow what the commandment has been given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then surely you'll get sawab for that. As far as, for example, for a Muslim, a beloved Prophet Muhammad said, it's mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, in the book of dress, volume number 7, hadith number 780 and 81. A beloved Prophet said, do the opposite of what the pagans do. Grow your beard and trim your mustaches. So that's the commandment of the Prophet. So this is a good label for the Muslims, the beard. That's a good identity. Secondly, the Prophet always, whenever he went out, he always covered his head. So that's a second label. But the beard is a more important label as compared to the covering the head.
So that's an identity thing, isn't it?
That's
But no, my question was, is there a common code for men and women combined?
As far as the label for men and women differs.
I see. Okay.
There is no common code on identity. There are other common aspects. This what I told you was about for the man. For the woman, as Allah says in the Quran in Surah Nur, chapter number 24, verse number 31, say to the believing woman that she should lower her gaze and guard her modesty, and display not her beauty except what appears ordinary of, and draw her veil over her bosoms, except in front of her husband, father, her son, and a big list of men is given. So for the woman, basically, in the dress code, there are 6 criteria. Only the first criteria differs.
Okay.
For the man, the extent is from the navel to the knee. For the woman, the complete body should be covered. The only part that can be seen are the face and the hand up to the wrist. The remaining 5 criteria are the same for the men and the women. The second is, the clothes they wear, it should not be so tight so that it reveals the figure. The clothes should be loose. The third is, it should not be so glamorous so that it attracts the opposite sex. The fourth is, it should not be transparent or translucent so that you can see through it. 5 is, it should not resemble that of the opposite sex. And 6, it should not resemble that of the unbelievers. So these are the 6 criteria for hijab mentioned in the Quran and the Sahih Hadith. Only the first one differs. That is the extent.
I see.
And for the label for the woman is the hijab she wears, that her complete body should be covered. The only part that can be seen is the face
So
and
therefore, let's do a man's one.
Sorry?
Ideal, a man's. Now let's look at sex-specific dress codes. Ideally, what should a Muslim man look like when he is dressed according to Islam?
As I told you earlier, the 6 criteria. Whatever clothes he wear, if it doesn't go against these 6 criteria, it's perfectly acceptable.
Anything.
We can follow any culture of any country, any society, as long as it doesn't go against the 6 codes. For example, I'm wearing a suit. There is no verse in the Quran saying wear a suit. There's no hadith saying that. Neither is there say don't wear. So it's mubah, optional. But my trousers are loose, my navel to knee is covered, it is not transparent, it is not resembling opposite sex, it does not resemble any other religion. People have misconception tie as a sign of Christianity. It is not.
Yes.
It is not. But if I say I want to follow the Western culture of wearing shorts, now that Western culture of wearing short goes against the criteria of navel to the knee being covered. So I cannot wear a short, but I can wear a suit. So basically, there is no one particular type as long as it doesn't go against these 6 criteria. So if you go in India, different dress code, no problem. Whether in Maldives, whether in Europe, whether in America, it should follow the 6 criteria. That's important for a Muslim. As a label, which I spoke earlier, as a label, the Prophet advised that you wear a beard, Not that if you don't keep a beard, you will not be a Muslim. That you can't go to Jannah. Keeping a beard is important. But it doesn't come in the 70 major sins.
I see.
It is important. It's important. But for example, practicing Islam, offering salah is more important. Giving zakat is important. Believing in one Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not doing shirk is the most important. Then about salah, then zakat, Ramzan. Now if you analyze, if a person keeps a beard and does not believe in Tawheed, does not offer salah, what's the use? So the marks that you get for Tawheed and for salah and for zakat are much more as compared to the beard. But if a person wants to score very high marks, like if I want to enter a medical college, I will even go for this half mark and 1 mark. So that's a good percentage. So this, though it carries less mark, even follow these minute details, the chances are that you will get higher grades. But only this will not take you to Jannah. It's all put together.
I see. Then how precisely does the Quran specify a woman's dress code?
As I told you, I gave you a verse of the Quran.
That
Surah
is-
Nur, chapter 24, verse 31. That said to
Yes.
the believing woman, she should lower her gaze and guard her modesty and display not her beauty except what appears ordinary of. The second verse is of Surah Ahzab, chapter 33, verse 59, which says that, O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the believing women, when they go abroad, they should put on the cloak, they should put on the overcoat. The Arabic word is jilbab, so that they shall be recognized and it will prevent them from being molested. So when I spoke about the 6 criteria, these 2 verses, along with the other hadith, give you the 6 criteria. That the complete body should be covered. The only parts that can be seen are the face and the hand of the wrist.
And loose clothes.
And loose clothes should not be transparent.
No.
And if the adult, they wear a jilbab and overcoat. So that fulfills all the criteria. When the moment you wear overcoat, it fulfills the criteria of being loose, without the figure being seen, and it should not be translucent.
How about jilbab with lots of flashy sequins and...
As one of the criteria, it should not be so glamorous so that it attracts the opposite sex. Now when you have sequins and flashing, the whole thing is defeated, the purpose is defeated. So if you have something very flashy, fine, it can be well made. It's not compulsory it should be black. Some people have misconception that the burqa or the hijab should be black. Fine, if you wear black...
Where does that come from, you think?
No, it's come from the culture. See, for example, if a person wears black, maybe he may have to wash it once in a week. If you wear white, you may have to wash it every day. So choice is yours. You can wear white, you can wear any other color, but it should not be glamorous.
I see.
So any color is permissible, but wearing black gets dirty less. So you can wash it less, so that choice is yours. So this is a misconception that a Muslim woman should only wear black. This is wrong. But she should wear an overcoat so that it is loose and the figure is not seen. It's not
I see.
transparent.
Therefore, a fully covered woman with a very tight but black dress.
It's wrong.
That's
Very
wrong.
tight is wrong.
But somebody in a loose, but again full covering, in brilliant purple, should be all right.
Of course. But if it's tight fitting, it goes against one of the criteria of hijab. The figure should not be revealed.
I see.
The Spirit of Islam, every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Saudi Arabia and 6 p.m. UAE on Peace TV.
Your child is like this water. He'll take the shape that you form him into. Your child will take the color that you give him. The right upbringing will make your child the person you want. That is the key to raising a good Muslim and a great human being.
Watch how the guidance of parents motivates children in achieving goals. Join Yahya Ibrahim in Parenting and Education every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Saudi Arabia and 9 p.m. UAE on Peace TV. Courage it takes to stand up for what you believe in. Courage it takes to be true and righteous. Courage it takes to dare and answer your questions, be they social, political, economic, educational, or religious. To get clear and convincing answers,
test your courage and question me in Dare to Ask.
Dare to Ask, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Saudi Arabia and 8 p.m. UAE on Peace TV. Our step,
The responsibility of teaching your children is yours.
our concern,
and help them to change their lives.
our approach,
Muslims can get seduced by the non-Muslim world.
Best gift a mother can give to the baby is the breast milk.
remedy for different issues.
And I'm your host, Uthman Barry. We'd like to welcome you to the program Raising Children.
Get ready to know the real and valid solutions to your problems in raising children. Next on Peace TV.
And a lot, I believe, has to do with how you carry yourself as well.
Of course, see, this is only the dress code, not the complete hijab. This is the hijab of the dress. Then there's the hijab where a person walks, the way a person talks, the way a person thinks, all. Hijab of the eyes is there, lowering the gaze, what he thinks in the heart.